What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to our NCL playoff team builder. This is an extremely special playoff, team builder, because it is playoffs, and we are actually up against our very good friend Mystery, who's the second seed, as we are the last seed in playoffs. So this is a very huge game for us, definitely to win. So we had to pull up all the stops. We brought back, of course, our young Padawan himself, Chris, who is also in playoff.
What is up, my fellow people?
And we brought reigning NCL champion and current number one seed of the playoff bracket, Will.
Oh, sorry. I was just waking up. I was resting because I don't have to battle this week as the one seed.
Yup, of
Man.
course. Dang. Feels bad. But yeah, we're gonna kick off right into this, guys. I'm really excited. Last time we played Mystery, it was a back and forth game, but we pulled it out at the very end. We beat him 1-0 with Zapdos Galar, but Zapdos Galar isn't there anymore. Our team is very different now, as you guys know, for the last few weeks. So it's definitely interesting. So we're gonna go right into this. So first thing I'm seeing that I look out, or Will took a few notes before this, so I'm gonna hand this off to Will. Like, what did you see from the last game to this game? Like, what were you thinking?
Well, last game, you won it. Close game, hard fought, good game. I think looking from Mystery's side, from that previous game, a couple of things that worked for him. The Revenge Greninja was nice. I think he probably thinks that the Munchlax worked well too. But on the flip side, the Chestnut and kind of like this all-around ground coverage did not prove to be that great for him. So I would expect maybe those are things he keeps and changes. With the last thing being the last trend, you kind of had your way Toxic in Mons. So I would expect, especially looking at Mons like Necrozma that have sub and setup opportunities, I could totally see him bring in Substitute on some Mons just to kind of neutralize some of those Toxics you're throwing out.
I also don't think that I agree with. I think the Chestnut also, with a lot of the team changes, kind of gets bullied in this matchup as well. Mega Heracross destroys it. Talonflame, of course, just obliterates it, and he can't really like take a lot of the hits that we throw at him. But I can definitely see him not bringing the Chestnut this time around. I think that the Greninja will definitely be there. It definitely looks good against our team as well.
Like Munchlax is gonna come for your Gengar counter.
He might do it just because he wants revenge for his Munchlax, but I don't know. Like, our team just handles Munchlax so well. There's really I don't know if he brings it, because looking at my team, there's only one Pokemon I'm looking at that Munchlax does anything for, and last time we saw that, Gengar handled Munchlax pretty handedly because of the knockoff. And it was just kind of got hacked out in that game with the crit, but in all, Gengar kind of handled Munchlax a lot more than I think he expected it to. And then everything else on our team just obliterates it. There's no way it can just do anything. So I honestly, even though I could see him being revenge factor, I honestly do not think the Munchlax is going to be there. Would definitely bring knockoff on a couple Mons in case it is there, but I don't see it being there at all.
Yeah, on the flip side though, the amount of Mons that a defensive Lando T, Finny, and Rotom Heat wall on your team is a little concerning. Those three Mons, they're like defensive matchups, super good.
Well, what I was thinking actually as well, we've brought it once. It was actually against Chris, but I'm known to not run that Mon too much. But if we chip everything, a Shell Smash Blastoise looks like it can really clean up this team.
Dude, that's the first thing I wrote down.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, so I think that's the first thing I'm going to put in is Blastoise. I think Shell Smash Blastoise can really clean up if we keep him healthy towards the end of the game.
I agree. And that's kind of the flip side of Mystery's defense is that he does not have a lot of reliable recovery. Like those three aforementioned Mons, the Lando T, the Finny, and the Rotom, it's none of those are getting like big recovery moves. Their options are kind of just leftovers, or berries, or
it's lefties, berries or pain split in case of Rotom, but
Right.
Lando T is not gaining any HP unless it is lefties. And then the Tapu Fini, as he's correct, it's either Draining Kiss, a berry, or the lefties. So I
Right.
agree with that wholeheartedly, which I think with when me and Mystery play, I'm very, and then with my team too, I don't see him getting off a lot of like chunk recovery plays, because I'm gonna force him to swap a whole lot in this game. This is gonna be a lot of swapping in this game, just because of the way I play, and then with the way his team is also structured, he's not gonna want to stay in against a lot of my mons. Yeah, things like that. But yeah, so for the Blastoise, did you have Hydro, Surf, or Scald? Just wondering.
I didn't really like lab it out.
Mhm.
I really all I decided was it definitely has to be special and not physical. So I just threw Ice Beam and Surf on there. But that being said, your like third attack is kind of, I don't know if you really have like a no-brainer option. So you could even run like double water and do something like Hydro plus Surf, or like maybe there's a point in the battle where you need like a big damage hit or something like that.
Yeah.
The only other thing I could think of would be like running like Focus Blast for the Munch or Dark Pulse for the Necrozma or something like that.
Honestly, with Prism, does Surf not just do as much as Dark Pulse?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that ability. That's a good point. But really, like the mons I highlighted that would be a little trickier for Blastoise to take out, like mons that it would need chip on, would be the Necrozma, the Mega Mawile, the Finny, and the Munchlax.
Then the Finny 100% is the first thing I'm looking at. Dark Pulse does more. Actually, no. Surf does a lot more than Dark Pulse.
Oh, there we go. So maybe
Um,
we could, maybe even Focus Blast for the Munchlax, or some kind of like I don't know, even like a support move or a taunt or something like that.
it's
I don't know if
not.
it gets taunt. No, I don't think it
I
does.
was like, what? I was like, that's cool. I want to run that.
I had a different mod pulled up, and I was just kind of hoping for the best.
We could just throw like Toxic on it. As funny as that is, Toxic on there as well. Or just
Yeah, I
double
just don't
water.
know. I just can't think of like a situation where you set up a Shell Smash and
Yeah,
like the
press
best option is to Toxic.
Also, the Mega Mawile, even if it has HP, I honestly think like like if it's 252 HP, Surf does 83 to 98 min.
Wow. Maybe you do Hydro for that then.
Yeah, I could just do Hydro to Oko it. Sucker Punch does half to me, but whatever. At that point.
Such is life. Oh, the other thing that crossed my mind that you could do Terrain Pulse
That is really cool.
and get like a 100 base power fairy move. But
Yeah.
it's just what do you
Terrain
hit with
Pulse?
it? You know what I mean? Like
I'd
the
hit
Greninja?
the Finny. No, I'd hit the Finny with it.
I guess so. That's kind of ironic, but if it works, it works.
That would actually be
Um,
Terrain plus Pulse at +2. This is not even spit up. This is why I like Shell Smash Blastoise is always so cool to think about, but you have to remember that Blastoise's special attack is 85.
right.
So Terrain Pulse is actually the best thing I can do to Tapu Fini, and this is no spit F. It's just max HP. It does 41 to 49. So I really have to chip it.
Man.
But I mean, that is a big chunk. And if we decide for some reason maybe not to go Wide Herb, then we could possibly do it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not great, but I do think that Mystery has a team that can get easily chipped, especially if you are playing a battle like you were saying where you're switching around a lot. If you can successfully get like hazards on the field and do what you can to knock off items and maybe even something like a Rocky Helmet Tangrowth, like I think it's very obtainable to sweep with Blastoise still.
Okay. Just wanna do at his team. Are we gonna need? Okay, so his fastest mon is the Greninja.
Yeah, at 122.
Okay, what does we're gonna see right now. What does Greninja get to Scarfed?
Oh my goodness.
5. Oh,
I'm gonna drop the Nihilego.
no, yeah, it drops the Nihilego, but I'm just trying to see if I can get to
Yeah.
Greninja Scarf. I actually physically can never get to Scarf. He's max.
Wait, what?
I can never get to him at +2.
Not at timid?
Nope, I just count timid and I get to. He gets to 565 and I get to 560.
Okay. Well, if he's scarfed, how much is he doing to the Blastoise?
Dark.
Because he has to be timid at that point, right?
Yeah. He does 31 to 36. Well, no. He does 35 to 42.
Okay.
He does
So that's
42.
very doable.
Hmm.
I think you're in the clear.
And I 2-go him with Surf. And then if terrain is up, I do 167 mid with terrain.
Wow.
So
Okay. I like
but
it.
The only worry I have is Dark Pulse. Like if he's like the Mawau's alive and he suckers me, and then he goes to Greninja, he just needs 1 flint.
Ah, right.
But I think that's just like nitpicking at that.
Sure.
But yeah, his second. Well, we'll just go it off this since I can't reach that. His second fastest would be the Nihilego, I think Chris said. At 103, so we can do that Scarf. Or who does the? I'm gonna pull a will here. Who does Greninja speed creep? He would creep.
Yeah.
He can't get to Talonflame, and he can't get to Zeraora, so he would creep the Gengar if he.
Scarf Gengar.
So
That's
I'm just gonna outspeed Gengar Scarf with Blasto.
Yes, sir.
We'll pull that. He gets the 350, so I have to go.
It's 525. Scarf timid is Gengar.
Okay, so that means I do have to go timid, which really. But that means I can put a lot in HP. I get to 528, which is 192 EVs. Timid. 192, which means I can also live Dark Pulse a lot. Yeah, I get 64 HP.
So is this the game that Bibarel comes to?
That's what I was.
Yeah.
Are we gonna
It's-
bring him?
Where you at?
It doesn't look like terrible because we don't think the chestnut's coming. And I was actually talking to Mystery. We had a DM and Chris has it screenshotted, but we were talking about it, and the barrel actually checks Nihilego so bad because he can't like get beast boost. Like if I run Oblivious, like the beast boost doesn't matter. And then like an Aqua Jet just like goes almost.
Wow.
So if it's banded, it's like banded adamant Aqua Jet does like 98 max, and I was like, wow, just run a negative defensive nature. So it could be a possibility. I want to put him on the back burner, but if we don't have
Fair.
like a 6th Mon, then I think we could definitely bring him.
6 with bibs. Easy.
Easy.
So looking at it, I think that Garchomp just does work. Like I get Intimidate from Lando T, but I just hit everything so hard. I could also bring
You just run hold that thought. Go ahead.
I could run Surf Garchomp as well, like we did that last time actually against Mystery, but I could run like Stealth Rock Surf.
I love rocks in this game. I think
do
that's
too,
huge.
yeah. Which I really
And
want
Chomp's
to
your only option. So, personally, I'm a big fan of the Scarfed rock set. Not only does it kind of like throw off your opponent, right? But Garchomp's at a really good speed tier here.
Yeah.
Like it, I mean, really all you need is to outspeed the Lando, right?
Just
And to have
run
a Scarf for
Adrenaline
faster.
Orb.
Adrenaline. I love that set. Adrenaline Orb is so much fun, but I think Scarf's a little bit more reliable in this situation.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
It'd be cool if I was like Swords Dance.
Dance Adrenaline Orb.
Mhm.
Skip the extra speed.
But I do like what Will is saying. So we definitely bring EQ. Go special Garchomp
Please no.
at 80 special attack.
It's not bad.
Terrible.
It's just like the only thing with physical Garchomp, right, is like he's obviously gonna bring the Lando, and if he brings the Chestnut too, like
Good job.
yeah, you can definitely shut down a Garchomp that way. But if you're special and you're running like Surf plus, I don't even know what it gets for a Chestnut, Flamethrower or something like that.
It gets Fire Blasts.
Wow.
It's
But
a
then
dragon,
like
Will, you gotta remember it gets weird ass moves.
that's true.
It also gets Aerial Ace, just so you know.
Let's go. But that's physical, right?
Yeah, but it's probably
Wow.
still almost Oko's Chestnut.
Yeah. But then you run into weird things like the Nihilego kind of walls you, which is strange. Well, not
Well, I
walls
mean,
you, but
Can
take
Earth
hits.
Power, I bet you it does not live with Earth Power. I know it's like really spinefully strong, but
yeah, I bet you it lives in Earth Power.
you bet me right now.
I bet you it lives in Earth Power.
All right, if I run Timid, not Life
I mean,
Choice, go Earth Power.
Oh, it totally lives in Earth Power.
Earth Power does 93 to 111.
What do you got like no HP Nihilego?
Yeah, I have no HP Timid.
Boo.
dang.
You'd have to put a lot of HP in to not like to put it below.
Well, here's what I'm gonna say. If the Munchlax isn't coming, Nihilego is like his only option of all your Gengars, so
That is true.
that's coming Spadef.
Mm-hmm.
If, but I don't know. We're getting way too theoretical now, but
Should I bring this special Chom?
I don't know. It's got good coverage. I think you run into problems with the Necrozma
Yeah.
because you don't have anything super effective for it.
Well, then it takes the super effect.
Right.
I mean, I could Draco it, but I don't know how much that.
Yeah, and then like what if it's like sub setup or something like that, you know what I mean? Like you're just kind of in trouble. Or not even sub, like you could just lose to like DD Morning Sun.
I mean, to no HP, Draco Meteor does 50 to 60.
Well, and then you gotta switch out any Morning Suns.
Yeah, and then I didn't do anything. Yeah, I think we just go physical and then just throw like Fire Blast or Surf on there.
That Lando is only gonna have so much life in it, you know what I mean? Especially if you can successfully get the rocks up. Yeah, those. I like Surf as a coverage move still. I think that's cool.
So I have EQ, and then we go Surf.
You need something for Rotom.
Well, we have Surf.
Oh, right, my bad.
Well, I don't know how much Surf is actually gonna do. I could
Right.
just bring the Edge. Doesn't Edge just hit everything mostly? I don't hit the
Yeah.
Chestnut at all, but
But it hits everything that EQ hits. That's the thing. Like Rotom's kind of the exception. So I don't know, maybe Surf is your play for Rotom. Since you're already bringing that for the Lando. And then you got EQ for everything else. I think you should still bring something, maybe like a dragon move so you can hit Chestnut.
what's the one that ups speed and lowers Spadef? I always forget.
Oh, the nature? I don't know. I know like 4 natures, that's it.
It's
Spadef and
naive.
lower
It's
Spadef.
naive. Rotom.
I knew that.
I did. I actually did know that one. I just could not remember for the life of me. Rotom Heat. Surf does 33 to 40.
That's
It's-
good chip.
6
That's
HP.
pretty decent.
Okay, that's not terrible. Alright, and then you think Dragon move?
I think that's pretty good all around.
Bring
You hit the Chestnut, you hit the... Well, what else would you even need it for? You hit the Druddigan.
Druddigon. I hit the knee. I mean, I'm Earthquaking the Nihilego.
You're right. It could be like Air Balloon.
Mm-hmm. it's just good for Necrozma as well. If, like, it's good stab to get locked into.
He does have Misty Terrain around, though. That's, like, why I'm hesitating. Because you could find it, like, a singular move for Chestnut that's super effective if that's the only thing you really need this 4th move for. That doesn't get nerfed by Misty Terrain.
Oh, yeah, Misty Terrain. I mean, like, it's like Poison Jab. I could run Poison Jab for both the
That's
Tapu
good.
Fini and Chestnut.
Duh. Yeah, I forgot about that. It had that move. That's good.
Okay.
And then it's just...
How much do I do it? I'm scared that I'm not doing enough to the Chestnut. Honestly, I don't even know. Power? Yeah. That's what I want.
Yeah, but the thing is with the Chestnut, if he's bringing full defensive Chestnut, there's not anything you could run physically on Garchomp outside of, like, SD that would break through that Chestnut.
Wow, that's
Like, even if you ran...
Will, I just want to say on full bold Tapu Fini, Poison Jab does 33 min.
Right. And I know he's brought, like, Kebia Berry before for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
But because of that, I think, like, getting the chance to poison the Chestnut is even better than, like, doing something like, you know, a coverage dragon move. I don't know. The Misty Terrain kind of sucks all around for this, but...
I mean, yeah, but we don't even need the dragon move, honestly, looking at it.
Right. I think there's more situations where
Poison Jab does decent chip. It does 29 min to Chestnut, fully defensive. So that's not like terrible, and it has the chance to poison, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's 30%, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, as long as the terrain's not up.
I definitely go naive. Yeah, I need that.
Got your rocks.
Good for the Lando. I think that's also what I ran into the problem before. Is he brought the Lando and like I had the Tangrowth, but it just like it pivoted so well against my team. And I know it was just annoying. I know Will watched that game, but I know the Lando was annoying until I just made it useless by killing it with Gengar, but
right.
Yeah. Well, talking about Gengar, and we're in the offensive spectrum, then we could shift to defense. I think Gengar is still looking like a really good bring.
I'd agree.
Yeah, it does work to this team. So I think we need our girl Alice to come back. She needs to help us one more time to get us through and show everybody that she is the true MVP.
Yes, sir.
So last time we did was knock off sub. But I'm gonna go on a little brink here. If he brings the Munchlax, he brings the Munchlax. But I honestly don't really think it's gonna. So
yeah.
And last time we went a spell tag subset. Do we think that we are going something similar, or do we want to change it up?
What about Focus Sash?
I love that set. Focus Sash does look really good. I do like Focus Sash. I also think that the Mega Mawile will be very hesitant to press Sucker against my Gengar, as I've shown sub in the past.
Right.
So, and he might think I might play like Nasty Plot games with him, because I think that's where you're going, right? Nasty Plot.
Yeah, I just came up with something so heat. Sorry, I'm a little sidetracked right now.
What? I'm curious now.
So, I was just thinking about you playing the Hazard game long term, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, obviously on the flip side, it's a little tricky, right? Because like he's got the Lando that can set up rocks. He's got like the Chestnut that can set up spikes, and all that. And you really don't want to be defogging if you're setting up hazards, and that's like important to your game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, Blastoise can't really spin because you're sweeping with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Mr. Rhyme, the rapid spinner, and then
again, he's back.
You know your boy's good for coming up with Mr. Mime.
I just want to say though, if you look at it too, I will say though that 5 Mons right off the bat I see are weak to freeze dry.
That's true. And now check this out. Who switches in on the Mr. Rhyme? Who's the obvious choice that he doesn't get any coverage for?
Rotom Heat or Nihilix.
No, I was thinking Mega Mawile.
That's true.
Because it resists both your stabs. What if I told you
What if
Mr.
I
Rhyme
told you?
gets skill swap, stomping tantrum?
Are we
So
doing
you take
that?
his huge power.
What am I listening to right now?
That'd be so heat.
Yeah, there's no way he'd stay in though. That's the problem. But I mean, even just to scare them all while out, and you don't take a sucker punch if you use skill swap because it's not an attack.
He'd sub.
Right? Yeah, that's
He's gonna
the.
sub is the problem.
Well, if he subs, you get his huge power because you skill swap first.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like he's behind a sub, and now like, does he kill me? Is the problem, even without the huge power. Like, the Iron Head just probably obliterates me.
Yeah, probably.
He's got no huge power. Let's just say none. They're none.
Yo, Mr. Rhyme with 170 base attack, stomping his tantrum. That's heat.
This heat, I will admit that. Even without huge power, everything is just killing Mr. Rhyme. Why? Why is this doing so much? I got rid of huge power and it's still doing so much damage. It's only 105 base. Come on, Mr. Rhyme. What are you doing with your life?
Only.
What I'm
That's a
saying,
good
knockoff
question.
kills me.
Well, the good news is you still have a Tangrowth you can switch into, even though it gets Fire Fang. I think Mr. Rhyme still might be an okay bring,
I
even
think it
just
is
for
too.
like
I have him on the team.
Rapid Spin, Freeze Dry.
I have Rapid Spin Freeze Dry on it right now, and then I have Tangrowth on it, which I assume we're just going full.
Tang, Gengar.
This thing back huge power.
But I'm sorry, I digress. We can go back to Gengar.
It's okay. This is how I kind of build, anyways. But fire. Well, he can't bring everything is the thing too. Like if it brings Sucker Punch,
Right.
and then he has double stab, then that's no
Yeah.
fire thing. If he doesn't have, like he can't bring Iron Head and Play Rough, he might have to pick one if he wants Fire Thing. Like if he wants Swords Dance or Sub with it.
Right. Tangro's kind of like the most obvious check too, so I'd expect.
I don't even know
Fire.
if he brings Fire Fang because Play Rough does more.
Really?
Play Rough does more.
Oh, check that out. Well, what about my thoughts though? Is like it hits his Celesteela too.
It's true. But he gets Thunder Punch. That's what I was thinking. He might
Okay,
just
so
say
the
Play
Thunder-
Rough he might just say Play Rough, Sucker Punch, Thunder Punch, and then like Swords Dance or Sub.
Yeah, there will definitely be something for the Celesteela.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Mamarl is a tricky mon to predict. 'Cause
But
it can
at
be
the same
successful a few
time,
different ways.
If I run, it's just real quick. Earth power. Earth power's Earth power does 50. Oh, it doesn't get Earth power. I thought it did. Oh. Tangrowth.
Who are you talking about?
Tangrowth. I thought Tangrowth got Earth power. I don't know why.
Oh, it gets Earthquake.
I know. Earthquake just doesn't do it though. I guess it does. Still does. I could chip it. It does a lot. You can't sub. I bring Earthquake Tangrowth so much. It's like every week.
True.
We're bringing Swords. I mean, physical Tang doesn't look terrible. Like if I bring like, I could bring Rocky Helmet, 3 moves Synthesis.
Rocky Helmet, 3 moves, Synthesis.
Cause like
So
Power Whip, Rock Slide, Earthquake, kind of hits everything on his team.
So who's his switching for Tang gonna be? He's looking at like.
It's gonna be either Lando or like Necrozma. I mean, Chestnut's the obvious answer, but I guess Rotom Heat as well. I mean, Necrozma, we already saw Tangrowth kind of like annoys Necrozma a lot because of Leech.
Yeah.
And then Toxic if he's not sub. If he's DD, like he never kills Tangrowth with one hit. And then you eat Leech and then Toxic him, and he can't really
Yeah. If he's sub though, Tangrowth is still kind of set up fodder for that Necrozma.
That is true.
Because you can't do enough back, and he just Morning Suns. But then that's also tricky because he doesn't have enough moves. Like he needs sub, DD, Morning Sun, so he gets one attack. And what do you pick? Like Photon Geyser and the Grimmsnarl is there.
Mm.
The Celestial is there. So that's kind of tricky.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's actually go back to the Gengar. We have the Sash on it,
Yeah.
and we can come back to Tang. I have Shadow Ball and Nasty Plot on there right now. I think we for sure need Sludge Wave. Just double stab looks good in general. And then just Focus Blast to hit everything else.
You put Sludge Wave on it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Focus Blast for the Munch. That's kind of it. Greninja probably. Well, if you're unboosted, I guess it's for the Greninja too. But you don't want to stay in it on a Greninja.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something better other than. Yo, why don't you put doesn't it get like Psychic?
It does get Psychic.
For the Nihilego?
Wonder how much that does.
Does it get Psyshock?
I don't think Gengar gets Psyshock. I know he gets Psychic. He gets Psy Wave and Psychic.
Man, it's getting hard out here. I thought all those Gen 1 mons were supposed to get everything nowadays.
I know, right? But they don't. I could run Hypnosis Dream Eater. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yes. Destiny Bond?
That's actually what I was looking at too. That was something I was actually looking at. Destiny Bond Focus Sash looks really, really cool. Because that's a free, like, just hard attacking move the next turn. Unless he's just okay losing them on. Why am I writing Focus Blast? Psychic to Nihilego? Wow, okay. If he's offensive Nihilego, Psychic does 43 min. If he's full spin up, like you said he might be, it's going to do like it does 33 to 39. Psychic might be the move.
Okay.
I Shadow Ball Mega Mawile, I Shadow Ball Lando T, I Sludge Wave Tapu Fini and Rotom. Greninja, just I kind of hit with a move really hard because it's frail. Necrozma, I low-key can either Sludge Wave or Shadow Ball it depending on what does more at the time. Chestnut, we've already seen a Sludge Wave Okos. Nihilego, I Psychic, Druddigon, I Sludge Wave. Munchlax, I Sludge Wave and do like.
Well, you can Nasty Plot on it this time too.
Mm-hmm. And then I do like.
Well. Okay, I like it.
I like it too. I don't even need that much speed, do I?
Cause you're at 110 and you can kind of come down to the.
Go to Nihilego.
Yeah. Could go to the Lando.
Here we go.
Let's go.
You really like he brings offensive need. I've never seen him bring defense. He could 100%. The 200. Like, what am I needing all that HP for though? If I'm Sash.
That's a good question. Yeah, why don't you just put it in speed then? Why not?
Well, I have 200 in speed, timid right now. I mean, the only thing I would want for the Nihilego, right? If I go to Lando, that means I can go modest. That would be the only thing.
I see.
Because if I'm +2 and I'm timid, Psychic has a chance to OHKO. Has a 12% chance to OHKO. No HP, no Force Spadef, Nihilego. If I'm modest, I have a 68% chance to OHKO. Nihilego.
Okay.
No stuff.
Well, just because you're Focus Sash doesn't mean you have to use it. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
you could use the Focus Sash to get you out of a pinch, like a runaway, like Scarf Lando that's, EQ and everything to Oblivion, or like a Mawile that's set up. Or you could just, not need it, and the bulk could help you live Nihilego hit or something like that.
Well, I live a Nihilego hit even without HP.
I mean, like an additional one.
Oh, like 2?
Maybe if he's like defensive or something like that. You know what I mean?
Defensive. And let's say I go to Lando. Lando T gets to. What do they do that? So weird. 309. What? 309? Oh, okay. So if I'm timid would give me more HP, but I guess that's kind of weird. I could go modest, but I don't get as much HP from it.
I see.
Hit harder. That makes sense. So I'd have to go to 216. I kind of like that though. I get 36 or 40 HP. Gives me to 271. And then for Nihilego hitting me, if he's no special attack, Power Gem's still 2. I'd have to put a lot for it to not.
Sure.
And then Nihilego's probably like we're gonna pull a full will since we're building with him. I don't even care.
Let's go.
Nihilego's gonna be close to max speed though, because he's gonna creep Garchomp. He's gonna be like max speed because he's gonna want to creep the Garchomp.
No, here's the thing though. What's a Nihilego doing to a Garchomp? Like, you got no business staying in. Doesn't that thing have a pretty shallow move pool? Like, it's just kind of like rock, poison, electric coverage.
I'm pretty sure you're right.
None of them are hitting a Chomp.
He gets Dazzling Gleam. It's not as shallow as I thought too. He gets Dazzling Gleam, he gets Grass Knot, he gets Foul Play. It's Hex. He gets some stuff. He gets some cool stuff. It's Send Head.
So it's really just a Dazzling Gleam. Ooh, Toxic Spikes. That's cool.
Let's get that.
Dude, I love Toxic Spikes. What a goated move.
Yeah, it is pretty goated. So yeah, I guess I think we have to honor that speed. Unfortunately, I don't. So we go to 35, so 36. That still gives us decent HP.
Yeah.
Gives us.
Dazzling Gleam is a problem.
It is.
But you're scarfed.
Yeah.
So.
And then watch, he'll be scarfed, and then we'll be like, well.
Well, if he's scarfed Dazzling Gleam, you have
Gengar. Exactly.
Yo.
I guess so.
Dazzling Gleam does not.
Yo, Mr. Rhyme, the Necrozma check? Question mark?
Yes, sir.
I just want you to know, guys, that Dazzling Gleam from Nihilego, the Gengar does 19 to 20. Gengar is E.
There we go.
Mr. Rhyme, the Necrozma check? I just don't know if it's gonna be physical or special.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Here's what matters. That a freeze dry breaks a sub. And if a freeze dry breaks a sub, which it totally does, then he can't set up on you all the way. You could even go freeze dry, rapid spin, psychic, toxic. Oh, never mind. It's an 8th gen mod. It probably doesn't get toxic.
It does get toxic. It does get toxic.
Poggers. That checks
Instead of
Necrozma.
toxic, I'm gonna run nasty.
Oh. Unless it's that like meteor beam set.
Necrozma gets meteor beam?
Yeah, it has the same power stuff.
I didn't even know it got that.
Yo,
It's not
you're
one to
you're
figure out
you're a
meteor,
mod. Just
maybe?
ban it real quick.
Span it?
Yeah.
True.
Dude, why does Necrozma get every move under the sun?
I don't know.
So you're telling me he could run like this is like, look, why does he get rock polish and autotomize? Like why? Why does Pokemon do that? Like, what is the point?
Yo.
It's like Tangrowth.
Celesteela gets meteor beam. What have you been doing all season?
Dude, okay, we're running it. I don't care. I didn't even know that. What? That's actually really cool.
Autotomize meteor
That's
beam.
actually really cool. I actually like that a lot. Wait. Wait. I can meteor beam the Rotom Heat. Wait, it's I don't know, man. Wait a minute.
That's how lit.
That is kind of lit. That is kind of lit. How much do I do to him if I chip him enough? I wonder. I definitely do a lot, that's for sure.
What other coverage would you need? You would just need like
I'll bring I'll bring 2 setups, a Scarfer and Gengar being Nasty Plot Focus Sash, and I'll just bring Mr. Rhyme and Tangrowth as my walls. Will knows, I do not care.
Damn.
Flash cannon. Good T-Bolt. Yeah. I don't know if Celesteela has like the other necessary moves to be a sweeper in this.
Okay, but Meteor Beam does 78 to 92 to Rotom Heat.
Oof. That's
max
nice.
HP. That's max HP.
That's nice, but you need more than that.
What else do I need, Will?
You can't afford to have a Celesteela in the back waiting for the Rotom to get chipped.
Well, are we bringing Celesteela? Just regular?
I don't know. It's like the Rotom sucks for it. I mean, the Meteor Beam's super cool for the Rotom, but I mean, at
the same time though, like funnily enough, I get Rock Slide and Stone Edge. It's really good for the Lando, and then Leech Seed is chipping the Rotom Heat down.
It's true.
So like, it sucks for it, but at the same time, like I'm annoying the hell out of it.
You could just go like Leech Protect, get that extra chip on Rotom until it's like in range of like a Stone Edge. Is Stone Edge worth it though? You hit like 1 Mon with it.
Yeah. What am I even hitting the Lando with? Have to be like an air slash or flame.
Right. Or the same Leech Seed stuff.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna leech it, but his team does not take leech well because Chestnut is not a swap it.
Right. Well, maybe that's what you do. Maybe you carry Air Slash as like a.
Well, that's what I was gonna do either way. I just want to have that coverage move.
Right. It's stab that's neutral on Lando, Finny, Gren, Necrozma, Wops the Chestnut. So it's really just the Rotom and the Nihilego that it doesn't hit. And the Rotom. Oh, I said that. Rotom and the Nihilego. So for those you could do like...
Air Slash does 32 min if I'm fully defensive. Air Slash does 32 min to land. So I break a sub.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So then you just need one more coverage move. Like either Rock move or... I don't know what else you could do for the Rotom. I mean, you could do like Heavy Slam.
I could just run Toxic.
Heavy Slam for the Mawile.
That's what I could run
Or
Power
you
Herb
could just... You could do nothing for the Rotom other than Leech Seed and do like EQ for Nihilego and
That's
Mawile.
what I was thinking, EQ. I like EQ.
That's not bad.
See, like this, why does Celesteela get Magnet Ride? Like, what does Pokemon think? Dude, do you know Celesteela gets Ingrain? I could run Ingrain, Leech Seed, Nobody could beat me.
Wow.
It's Skull Bash.
Beast.
Dude, you know what I'm gonna run? I'm gonna run EQ Smackdown. I'm running the mystery special. Chris, do you hear me?
What did you just say? Oh no.
I'm choosing my response
Bro.
carefully.
I smack down the Lando and I can EQ him easy. I smack down the Rotom, I can EQ him easy.
Wow.
What's living? Easy. Yeah, I'm just gonna run EQ. I think that's fine. Leech looks good. And now, do I run Spadef or fully Fizdef? Or do I mix?
So it's good for It's great for Lando.
I was gonna say, like, what does Spadef do for me? It's only good for Nihilego, and Nihilego is still probably whopping me with a Thunderbolt.
Maybe. I don't know, cause like if you can live one hit, that's an EQ to the face.
I actually can. It does 34 to 41 if he's timid. He has to.
Okay. That's pretty nice.
So, I mean, yeah, we could go. That's full Spadef now. That is full Spadef.
The other mons that would all be nice to live hits from would be like Finny, Greninja, Necrozma, which all like air special.
So we could just go full
And-
special.
Like especially Finny and Necrozma, like those are the mons you want to like get a leech on and start protecting and being annoying.
So you think just full special then?
Yep, I think that looks nice. And then as long as like the Lando can't really touch you still. Let's see like what a knock does or something like that.
Doc's not doing it. I'm gonna tell you right now. Unless he's like banded. Knockoffs, dude. 28
Stone
to
Edge
31.
does
Stone Edge does
okay.
like 0.7 more.
Yeah, and you just leech that and protect and you got it back.
And then item for Twin Towers.
Okay.
I was thinking, what if I go, I guess it doesn't really do anything for me, but I was thinking something like Wakan Berry or something so I could stay in on a Volt and just be annoying from there. But
That'd be interesting. I
don't know
think
how
that
much-
like if you literally are leech protect, like it's just hard to beat leftovers.
That's true. What's really cool too is that Rotom Heat. This is a weird set, but let me go the full. If he goes Discharge, which I know he likes to run, it doesn't 2-coat, and then Thunderbolt Thunderbolt doesn't 2-coat after leftovers. Yeah, we definitely go leftovers. Full special attack Thunderbolt from Rotom Heat does not 2-coat the Spadef Celesteela. And
Wow.
then Overheat twice has an 87% chance. So it has a chance to not.
Check that out. Well, and you have protect as well. It's just
Mhm. Which gives me more leftovers, yeah, which lowers that percentage. Yeah, that's really cool. I like that a lot.
Okay.
So we have Celesteela done. We just finished Gengar. And then we have Mr. Rhyme and Tangrowth are two that we have on. Are we keeping those two?
okay. So especially with Celesteela being Spadef, you're in like big need of like Mawile help. So that Tangrowth
Is full.
has either got to be like full Fizdef plus EQ,
It is right now.
or you could be in trouble. Well, like what is? I'm gonna calc that what like Mawile's doing to that because this could get a little spooky. Like an
Mawile,
SD.
yeah, SD is gonna like 2-coat Tangrowth no matter what you do.
Wow. Okay. Well, Adamant cannot OHKO at +2.
Oh, well that's good.
Play rough at least.
He can never like.
Fire Fang does a tad bit less. But that being said, if you have any chip at all, or if he has rocks up, that's like you're probably dying. Your EQ, on the other hand, is going
That's
to
45 to 50. Well, I don't know how much HP he has, but if he's no
Right.
HP, I do 49 to 58, which is in half, which is great. He probably will have
Okay.
some HP, but do I
Yeah,
run
that's spooky.
relaxed? just so maybe I have the speed high. I don't know who he'd run speed for. What might wall? He would run speed for maybe like the Hera. What am I doing? Big everything. Who would use Mega Maul? It's really hard for him to run speed. It'd be Celesteela.
Yeah.
I could see him running speed for min speed Celesteela.
That makes sense.
Maybe even Blastoise if he wants to.
Oof. That's so risky, especially with Shell Smash looking good.
Mm-hmm.
I think realistically it's just a Celesteela.
Okay.
Because you can, I guess, get the Grimmsnarl at that point too. But
I mean, yeah, but Grimmsnarl, he knows I like to run speed on it, so.
right.
No
Ah
problem.
man, Mawile spooky. I mean, you do have the Focus Sash Gengar still.
Mm-hmm. And I could always run Talonflame too instead of Mr. Rime. Which I know we talked about not wanting to defog, but if that has to be an option, give us another deck.
What's Talonflame doing for you in this match, though?
Flame Body. That I won't ever get.
It's
Yeah, no, you're kind of right. It would just
it's still
be...
just gonna get dented by that Mawile.
Mm-hmm.
Like a Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch probably.
It's a sucker.
I'm not even gonna look, Will. I just I know that's gonna kill, or at least close to.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Well, if you're max defense, you probably live it barely. Knockoff kills for sure.
The sad thing is too, I think Zeraora looks kind of cool.
Except for that Lando.
Yeah.
Dude, Hidden Power leaving was like the most tragic thing for Zeraora.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was for most electric types just because of ice moves. Because none of them get them.
Right.
Unless you're Raikou with Scald or some other electric. Like, you have to have like other things. Like Zapdos doesn't care too much because he has Hurricane.
Right.
So it's like most electrics though were just shafted by Hidden Power. Actually, no, that's not a good idea. I don't know why I forgot my typings. Obliterating. I was like, defensive Mega Heracross looks kind of cool, and then I was like, well, play rough kind of probably okay. Yeah, it just.
Well, as long as you don't switch into a play rough, it's pretty nice. Because it takes that Sucker Punch super well. And then it outspeeds in close combats to kill them all while.
Defensive. If I'm fully defensive, I still don't even live a play rough. Let me makes sense though.
The only issue with Heracross is like all his defensive mons switch into it super easy too, like Lando and Finny and Rotom.
I mean, Mega Heracross, Bullet Seed, like Tapu Fini, and I don't care. Mega Heracross, Bullet Seed. I bet you it's a good chunk to top. I don't think we're bringing him. I just want to.
Right.
To Tapu Fini, if he's full bold, Bullet Seed does 75.
That's pretty nice. Except then you run the risk of Finny could outspeed you. So if like you don't predict right.
Then I get Draining Kiss.
Yeah, it gets ugly.
Draining Kiss really easily, but Scald if he burns is not a fun time.
Or even just a Moonblast would suck.
Oh yeah, that's also true. Yeah, Moonblast does half. So. You really like this Mr. Rime, don't you? Here.
I do. I understand if you don't want to bring it though.
No, it's fine. I don't think we have a better option because Grimmsnarl looks really bad, to be honest.
Yeah.
And
it is just, it's tough that it invites them all while.
Yeah, no, I
can't
think
really...
fine. I think Mr. Rime invites it too, but like, what can you do?
Well, that's what I'm saying, that Mr. Rime invites it.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying that's the thing that sucks about it.
I could run like Healing Wish or something.
That's a good set.
It's Iron Defense. Oh,
Good
you know what
body.
Mr. Rime gets? He gets Taunt
Okay.
and Thunder Wave.
right? It's just neither of those are like great for Mawile.
I mean, just so it doesn't set up.
I wish I got like teleport.
I mean, I get baton pass.
Oh, that's true.
I could just run
Well,
that. I could run psychic. This time.
just to catch the Iron Head.
Then he can't sucker any of my mons.
There you go.
Get hypnosis. Is it time?
Wow.
Yeah, there's not really anything. I can do. I get reversal. That would be cool. Probably do. So right now I have freeze dry, psychic, toxic, rapid spin. What's cool too though is Celesteela low key. Like if I'm Spadef, how much do you think Mega Mall is? Knock off.
Yeah.
It doesn't tech. But I mean, I resist both his stabs. Play rough does 33 to 39 to Spadef. So like I have a soft counter, if that makes sense.
Sure.
It's nothing great, but it is a soft counter if I need it. I
Right.
can sit there and
Yeah.
annoy it.
You have ways around the Mawile. It's just like it's not pretty, but you have contingencies.
Yeah. Well, let's finish this Tangrowth, and then we can just move on. Well, actually, let's finish the Mr. Rock. Since it's gonna
Okay.
be here. So I have freeze dry, psychic, toxic, rapid spin. Is that where we're rocking with?
That sounds good.
I'd say so.
Yeah, that looks fine for me.
I like it.
That
With
hits-
boots.
Yeah, I have. Well, I haven't put. For sure. Mr. Ramshackle is back, and this time he won't be female. What does Shiny look like? Shiny's just dark. Kind of like it though. Makes him look like he's in an '80s movie. That's the name. And then what we were thinking for EV spread.
Well, it's good for the Necrozma. It's good for the Finny. It is. Can kind of be good for the Chestnut. So I don't know. Both of those, you might want to. Well, I think like 252 HP for sure, unless it's got that like even amount of stats.
Well, yeah, 252 will always get you even, no matter what Pokemon it is. It's just...
No, that's not true. No, it's not. Don't tell me that.
I'm just giving you the facts.
I'm gonna find a Pokemon real quick. I bet you Mr. Rhyme is our Pokemon.
It's not. It gets to 364.
My
Dude,
man.
I've been doing this way too long to find out something stupid like this.
Because that's it.
Doesn't matter what HP spread you have, even if it's weird. If you put 252 in, it will be even.
Don't tell me that.
It is, because like even Twin Towers, Celesteela, who has 97 HP, which is odd, 252
Wow.
HP makes him 390.
Have I been living in ignorance this whole time?
Yeah.
Man,
Gotta
it's
take
getting
it
hard out here.
So yeah, we have the max HP, and then we just do something weird. They're writing like special attack.
What speed would be nice?
I'm 70 base, so who would I want? Necrozma? 79?
Maybe. I'm thinking about. Oh, what about like Finny? Like a max defensive Finny.
Okay, I can
85. That'd be kind of cool.
just
You gotta beat. Let's see. Finny comes.
To 206.
Right.
It's not that terrible. I can still go.
124.
Yeah, that's what I got. Not terrible. Then I throw the rest in either defensive stat or modest.
In Spadaf
Yeah, I can throw it. Yeah.
for the Finny and the Necrozma and.
Let me see. 252 or 248, and then 136. Calm. That's 136, and then I'm calm. And then Finny does like. What I worry about is just getting chipped, because I am toxic and there's psychic terrain and stuff. Instead of toxic, should I just go like off?
That could work.
Because none of the mons he swaps into me, like Mega Mawile, like doesn't care about toxic. Rotom Heat I can psychic. Toxic would be nice on that since it is off the ground, but it's not like. Black Off's still decent there. That'd be the only mon that I care about toxicking. The only other one's Necrozma, but
Yeah, that's fair. Healing Wish would be nice too.
that's also what I was.
Well, yeah. The toxic is nice though, because like since you're not nasty plot either, if the Necrozma is set up, you don't really have a way to stop it unless you're toxic or nasty plot.
Well, then we can just keep talking. I'm just afraid of getting chipped so much.
Right. Yeah, I know what you mean.
I mean, but the cool thing is though too, I have Leech on Celesteela, so I can always pass leeches. Like that.
Right. That's true.
This is always the problem I have with all my mons, is like I have no initiative on this team at all, but that's just the nature of my team. It just doesn't have initiative to begin with. It's whatever, but I think I can make it work.
Yeah.
All right, so we finished Mr. Ramshackle here. He's boolin', he's vibing, and then we have Tangrowth. What are we doing with my boy Ramen?
EQ.
I have it. Yep. Rocky Helmet EQ max. Like the EVs are done. It's max HP or 250, 48 HP, 252 defense, relaxed 8 Spadaf.
Wow.
I feel like I need a grass move for the Finny. Also hits Lando T neutrally. It hits Greninja really hard, and it hits Nihilego neutrally if he decides to. Like Nihilego doesn't take a power whip.
Sure. Yeah. That makes sense. Knockoff?
Knockoff was something else I was looking at too. I'll put it in the third slot right now. And then do we just go Synthesis or do we go something else?
Synthesis is cool.
We could run Toxic on this too.
Who do you get a Synthesis off on?
Nobody.
The Finny?
It'd have to be Finny. And then Moonblast still. But I mean, you do heal it.
Because, like, Mawile, if it gets an SD up, like, you don't really have room to Synthesis.
We're just going Power Whip.
Power Whip's cool. Knock, EQ, Power Whip. And
Funnily enough, I don't hit the
Sleep Powder?
sleep. That's actually what I was thinking. Me and Will on the I wanted to run it. You know what? We're doing it. I don't care. The one thing I will say about Power Whip is I don't hit the Lando very hard. But I guess I don't. If I do enough, does it matter? Because he can't hit
No.
me.
And no recovery, so who cares?
Yeah. And he has to hurt himself if he knocks me.
This Tang is just going to pick and pop. It's going to switch in Lando, switch out. I like Sleep Powder.
I mean, Power Whip,
Clean.
even with Intimidate, does 29 to 34, so who cares? It's good enough to break a sub, so I don't care. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, I'm liking it a lot. I'm liking it. So this is the team we're going in with. Oh, we don't have a. Okay, this is supposed to be psychic. I don't know why I didn't put that. Gengar had 3 moves. I was scared there for a second.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, and then my Blastoise doesn't have an item. Are you just going wider on it?
Unless you see a reason why not.
I mean, the only other thing I could see is like flowers.
White herb it is.
Okay, this is really funny, but does terrain extender extend only if you use terrain, or does it extend if terrain is up?
Ooh. I bet you it's only if you use it. I bet you it's like the weather rocks.
It says holders use it.
Like screens, yeah.
Go focus sash. I could go with berry or something.
I mean, Blastoise's defenses are already so good where I don't think you really need a focus sash.
That was just a joke. This was.
I don't know. White herb looks good to me.
Okay. I was just saying like that or a berry.
What do you get hit super effectively by? Just the Rotom? That's it.
Rotom? Is that it? Is that really it? Yeah.
He's got no grass.
It's
Or
Chestnut.
Chestnut, I suppose.
I outspeed.
Chestnut is going to fold to an Ice
Yeah.
Beam.
Yeah, no, you're right. Nothing that's faster than me hits me very hard. And then, yeah, so white herb looks good. Alright, I like it a lot. Yeah, I'm loving this actually. The scariest thing for us is 100% Mega Mawile, but
Agreed.
hey, it is what it is. Like if we just have like the biggest thing for Mega Mawile, I think we're fine because Garchomp's defenses are so like decent already as it is with its HP stat that like I'm not scared of a sucker punch. Like at +2.
Yeah, that's true.
So
That's a
I
good
can
point.
always just come in and revenge it. We have Focus Sash Gengar to soft check it if it starts going wild and like maybe our Garchomp gets chipped. We have to let like the Mr. Rhyme die, and then we get Gengar in there, and then we can just Shadow Ball the hell out of it. And then even if like he has to play that game of does he think that I'm does he press the sucker punch, and even if he does, we're Sash, so it doesn't matter.
Yes.
So yeah. We
Cool.
could also bluff Scarf hard in this game. It's my specialty. Bluffing Scarf would be really, really cool. Just because we're not a boosting nature, or we're not a boosting item, so bluffing Scarf will be a lot easier that way. Yeah, it could be just really cool. Like we could bring this thing in on gang like early game, like mid to early game, if we get like a good swap in for Gengar onto Greninja, we could bring it in, like if it gets a free swap in, bluff Scarf, and then if we know the Greninja's not Scarf, if we bluff Scarf, that'd be really cool because then he'd swap thinking I'm Scarf because I brought it on against Greninja, and then Sludge Wave something or Shadow Ball something, so that could be really cool.
Right.
But yeah, I'm liking the team a lot. Big shout out, thank you Chris, and thank you Will for joining me. I really, really appreciate it, and I had a great time. So I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Everybody say bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, bye everybody. See you later.